So, hold on. We're supposed to take the quiz together, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to take the quiz as part of the meeting. And the quiz is answering, like putting in the answers for the individual preparation we did. So we go over that together and then put in collaborative answers.
Okay.
I didn't see that it said that we have to take it while we're having a meeting. Just that we have to have the same answers and then take it. But I could be wrong.
Okay, well, I'll be taking mine during the meeting just so I don't have to do it later.
Well, I'm just scared to click out of the screen and then not be able to get back in.
Well, if you can open up a new link, like I have 2 different windows open. So I have one for my Google Hangouts and then a new tab, and you should be able to like minimize your Google Hangout screen and take the quiz. Because I know before we've done group quizzes for business statistics, which and then like you get so many attempts, so we would, but I don't know how this one goes. If you get just
only get 1 attempt.
Okay. Well.
So I think it says here, as long as we take it before Tuesday at 11, we're okay. So, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking it while we're on, but if you don't, I think that looks like probably okay too.
Right.
Right. You can do that. I'll be taking mine too, though, just because I have to maximize my time. All right. So I guess we'll just go through it and talk about what we got. And then if we don't agree, we can just talk about why we don't agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Yeah, okay.
All right. So do you want to read every question or just say what you got?
Let's just say what we got, and then if we don't agree, then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've taken 1 economics class, and it wasn't my friend. So I'm sorry that hopefully it understands you guys' brains. You are smarter than me. And all right, so for the first one, I put B, rely on one another for goods and services we consume.
I did.
Yeah, I agree too.
Okay.
Great. Good start.
Woo, okay.
Yeah.
That's probably the only one I got right. All right. Okay, some of my questions, were they like, it looks like they didn't print all that. Like I printed it, but then it looks like they're not even like filled. But I guess, I don't know.
Are you talking, so on the first page, the charts go onto the second page.
Okay.
So it just looks blank at the bottom. It says Lisa's Production Possibilities Frontier, and then it's blank.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the label for the graph on the next page.
There's stuff right on the page. Okay.
Because I did that same thing.
All right. So for number 2, I put 5 hours.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
And everybody knows that was just 0.5 times 10 hours.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 3.
I know that one took me a while because I thought I was timing it by purses. I mean, so when I was doing 5 divided by 0.05, I was doing it like completely backwards, and I was so confused at first.
It's okay. I feel you. Laura, I'm right there with you. My tutor last semester told me I overthink things. And I was like, how do you stop doing that?
That's a good question.
And she had no answer for me. So all right. For 3, I was kind of confused. So because if you take them and you go up even, if you cut them in half, I thought some of the notes was saying when you do combinations, you do it in half. So for Lisa's productions, I did 2 sweaters to 8 jackets.
Right.
And then another thing. Bryce's, I did 1 sweater to 5 jackets.
Okay. I can try to explain this one. The way that I did it which I don't know if it's right or not. But what
You
I did
sound
was
like you sound like you're
I just
confident,
made
Melissa. So
oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just made a chart with that listed each of their possibilities on the line,
Okay.
and then added the two together that made up one of the answers.
Okay.
So with Lisa, you can get 0 sweaters and 16 jackets, or 1 sweater and 14 jackets, or 2 sweaters and 8 jackets. And since you're not, and then I stopped there and then started on Bryce's, and Bryce's were 0 sweaters and 10 jackets, 1 sweater and 6 jackets, and 2 sweaters and 0 jackets. So if you add Lisa's 0 sweaters and 16 jackets with Bryce's 1 sweater and 6 jackets, you get 1 sweater and 22 jackets, or A.
Yeah, I have the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the way that I did it without making a chart like that is I just went onto Bryce's possibility frontier and I went up. I went at 1 sweater and then I just went upwards until I hit the line, and that was at 6 jackets. So then I just added 6 to 16.
Right.
Wait, so how did you see that? Because on mine, it's like it hits at 5.
I don't know. I just printed it out and I drew a line up from 1 and it hit 6.
Oh, maybe I need a ruler.
Yeah, my one hit 6 as well.
Yeah, I did it. I did like the same.
Mine does not hit 6.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
you're printing.
Which is why making the chart,
right.
I think,
Probably better. Okay.
because I did both, but then I just wanted to be sure.
So A or
Yeah.
1 sweater, 22 jackets.
That's what I put, yeah.
Victoria, what's wrong? Good morning. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
For number 4, I got C. So you can talk and let me know if I'm wrong.
I put C as well.
Check.
I'd put A, but I'm obviously not very confident. So how did you guys, you did the same thing?
Well, what I did was I just took each one and multiplied, like, I came to C by getting 7. So because it's 7 bushels of wheat, so I took 7 times 30 and got 210, and we're talking in minutes. And then I took 15 times 15 and got 225, which equaled 435 minutes. Since we're shooting for 8 hours, so we're shooting for 480 minutes.
Okay.
And every other combination went over 480 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
I don't know. Did anybody else do it a different way?
No, I was like going by half. So I guess like I try to draw the chart, but so I guess from this answer, you're saying you did, because we're talking about who? Andrea?
Yeah.
You just times it to get the minutes.
Right.
Okay.
And again, I don't know if that's right or not. That's just how I came up with it, because it says produce in 1 8-hour day. So I assume that it wanted you to figure out how many to make in an 8-hour day. So I just kind of guessed and checked all the answers.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we start on the same one because
Okay.
Because nobody knows what the answer is.
no, well, it's because economics is not my favorite, but I have to take it, so
So
not a choice.
what I did was I made a chart. I said, how many minutes are in an 8-hour day?
That's what I did. That's how I got to see.
Okay. And so then I did the math of, like, I did 16 bushels times 30 because it takes her 30 minutes. to make a bushel and said how many minutes that was. And then I did 32 times 15. And I said how many that was. And then I added it together and that equals 645 minutes. Or no, sorry, that's for B, not A. Sorry. So for A, she can make 16 bushels of wheat in an 8-hour day and 32 pounds of beef in an 8-hour day, but she can't make both of those in an 8-hour day. She needs 16 total hours. So it's not A. And then for B, I said 9 bushels times 30 minutes equals 270 minutes. And then 25 pounds of beef times 15 minutes equals 375 minutes. And that equals 645 minutes, which equals 10.75 hours.
Right. We did the same thing.
Okay. So then that's how I decided on C.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number 5. I put I have 2. I put A and C.
I picked C.
I picked C as well.
I had C as well.
Let me check.
So I feel like
Yes, I agree with C.
for A, it is more costly to produce peanuts than it is to produce cashews. We just know that the opportunity cost is higher, but we don't know what the actual cost is.
Yeah, we don't have a price to go off of.
Well, that's why I did too. So
Yeah.
it was kind of in the right direction.
Yeah. You got it right. You just didn't want to miss the right answer.
I do. Economics is not my favorite thing.
I don't think it's anybody's favorite.
I know, it makes me feel like a ding dong. I look at things and oh gosh.
All right. So 6. I put B.
B.
Mhm.
I put C. Oh, let me check.
This is the
Sorry.
pizza and lemonade.
No, I put B too. Yes, more lemonade than pizzas.
So
Okay.
we put B. Who put C? Someone. Sorry. I don't know all your voices yet. Bye. We want to go with B?
Yep, I went with B.
Yeah, B.
Produces more lemonade. But sometimes you have to be tricky. And like my business statistics class, like the answers on the quiz were different in different orders. So these
yeah.
look like they're in the same, but just a warning that could happen. All right. So for 7, I put A, but 1/6 is talking about the inverse, or is it 6 tables?
No, it's talking about you get 1/6 of a table for 1 chair.
So did you put A?
I put A.
Okay, I did too.
I put A.
Well,
I just use fractions, and 3/18 reduces to 1/6, and 8/24 reduces to 1/3.
oh, look at you. You are economic. brain.
I'm really not. This took like several hours to complete.
Okay, wait, so how did you do that one? Because I got D. So I guess I'm way
Well,
off.
Yes,
Well, D,
I
you're
have
on the
6
right.
tables. 6. Uh-huh.
Go ahead, Fernanda. What do you
Oh,
go
yes,
by?
yes,
I'm
you can.
sorry. What'd you say?
I have the letter D too. 6 tables for Ken and 3 tables for Tracy.
Okay, but so it can't be D because if you look up, it says that Tracy can make 8 tables or 24 chairs. So she can make more chairs than tables. So that means that the opportunity cost of 1 chair cannot be a full table. It has to be less than a full table.
Oh.
So on the PowerPoint, which one was talking about the inverse? Was that in the PowerPoint we watched or the?
Yeah, the
Or video
PowerPoint
or
was talking
something.
about inverse.
Okay. And I think if you look back there, that's what it talks about, the inverse.
Okay.
Because when I first did it, I got that. Like because I divided 24 by 8 and then 18 by 3, but it's a fraction of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's A.
Yeah, 1/6 table for Ken and a third table for Tracy. Well, that's what we put.
Yeah, so I did the same thing as Melissa. I made it into a fraction. So I said 3 tables over 18 chairs, and then I simplified it,
Okay.
which is 1/6. And if you
Yeah.
look back, it makes sense because they make more chairs than tables. So the opportunity cost of 1 chair has to be less than 1 table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that
I
make
understand.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So I like this group work because our other economics class I took, you had to do everything by yourself.
Oh, man.
But
That's
it's
how it
nice
was
to
in
be able
mine too.
to talk with people.
And mine, we did ours in 150. We did ours with the teacher in the class meeting every week. He would go over all the homework questions that anybody wanted to before we had to turn it in.
Oh wow,
That's
mine
nice.
was not like that. She did a meeting, but it was whatever questions that you already had to submit. So it was like later you figured out them.
That's so helpful.
Melissa, did you have Lacey?
No, I had Brother Harker.
Okay. So number 8, or is that what we're on? Yes. I put A.
I did as well.
I put D.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I put D, but now I see if I did it the way the previous one was, it would be A, right?
Yeah, it's a, yeah.
I did fractions again. I did 150 divided by 30 equals 5
Okay.
for Japan, and 150 divided by 50 equals 3
Right.
for Korea.
Yes.
So that is how I got to D. But you guys can tell me how you got to A.
But I got that too, but I just assumed it was going to be a fraction because the first one was. I mean, I have 5 and 3, but I guess hold on. Are we looking though at the quantity produced in 2,400 hours or the hours needed to make 1 car?
I just did the hours needed to make 1.
I used quantity produced in 2,400 hours because it's asking about the quantity of an airplane, not the time used. But I guess, I mean, it's the same it gets you to the same answers. I don't know if it always will.
I guess the cost, it's talking about the cost of 1 car, which would be how much they have to pay somebody, right?
Well, how much you have to give up in order to make it. So like the opportunity cost of 1 car, they have to give up making 1/5 of an airplane or 1/3 of an airplane.
Okay.
Right? It's not necessarily talking about the cost or how much you have to pay somebody in order to make it.
So what does this one say? 7.
Number 7 for the
So
table.
basically it's asking the exact same question, right?
Right, yeah.
So why would you do the inverse of one and not of the other?
I just always do mine off of the answers and kind of work backwards.
Okay.
So I did fractions, but I did 80/16 for Japan. And then that simplifies to 1 airplane for every 5 cars.
Yeah, I have that too. And then for the other one though, for 1 car, you're gonna produce 5 airplanes, right?
No. You do the inverse.
No.
So for 1 airplane, you get 5 cars. So then for 1 car, you would get 1/5 of an airplane because you do the inverse of the fraction.
Okay. Okay. Well, what do we want to go with?
I said A.
I picked A.
A. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was D, but I'm gonna.
Well, it can't
I'm
be.
trying to understand this problem better.
They produce fewer airplanes than cars. So the
Mhm.
opportunity cost of one car cannot be equal to one airplane. It has to be less than one airplane.
Okay.
Because the ratio isn't 1-to-1. The ratio of cars to airplanes is greater. Like there's more cars than airplanes. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I got that.
Mm.
So that, but they're giving up 5 airplanes to make one car. They're not giving up a fifth of an airplane. They're
No,
giving
no,
up 5 airplanes.
no, because they make fewer airplanes than cars. So they're giving up 5 cars to make one airplane. But to make one car,
Yeah. Okay.
they give up a fifth of an airplane.
Okay. All right. Maybe that's where I went. I just went off the hours needed to make one instead of the quantity
Yeah.
produced.
So I think the hours you make one, you just had to cross out for this one.
Okay.
It was kind of irrelevant. You have to go to the quantity produced.
Okay. So how did you, so can you walk me through that one again?
Yeah, I did for Japan, I just did 80 cars over 16 airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
And 80 divided by 16 is 5. So that's
Right.
5 cars for every one airplane. And then I did the same thing for Korea, 48 cars over 16 airplanes.
3 cars per one airplane.
Yeah, so then that simplifies to 3 cars for every one airplane.
So it's
Okay.
asking us what's the opportunity cost of one car. So for one car, what are we going to give up of airplanes? Which it can't be a whole airplane because
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
so 1/5 airplane
I love you, baby.
cost of one car is 1/3 of airplane.
Okay, I love you.
All right, 9, the burritos.
Okay, I
Mhm.
got 300 tacos and 60 burritos.
Me too.
I
I'm
didn't
not-
get that one.
What did you
I
get?
did longhand, and it was like just subtracting 6 and then adding 10 from both. But when I got to 100, I probably could have kept going. That was just
So-
like, oh, that's the closest. So how do you do it quicker than longhand?
The way that I did it was if they each specialize, then Arturo's going to be the one making
300.
burritos, right?
Burritos.
That means he's going to make 300 burritos.
Okay.
And Dina's making tacos, and that means she's going to make 400 tacos. So I each started them with a total of 300, Arturo with 300 burritos and Dina 400 tacos.
Right.
So if Dina keeps 100 tacos, then that means, so going with option A.
Oh, like you just subtracted to see if it was.
Yeah, so if she keeps 100 tacos, then that means she gives 300 tacos.
Right. So that's.
So then I divided that by 10 and then multiplied it by 6 to see how many burritos she would get. So then that means she would receive 180 burritos, not 200 burritos.
Okay.
That math doesn't add up. So then I just kept on doing that with all the answers.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well, B, I didn't get the exact answer. I was just like, oh, that looks close. Sorry.
Okay, so B, if she keeps 200 tacos, then she gives
You only get 139, right?
No, she would receive 120 burritos because 200 divided by 10 times 6 is 120.
Okay.
Does that make
Yep.
sense?
Mhm.
I did the same thing. I got C as well.
Okay.
With this one, I was a deer in the headlight. So thank you for breaking down like your process. That
You're
makes sense.
Does that make sense? Or do you
Yeah,
have
that does. I mean, mine wasn't totally, but then I was like, oh gosh, I gotta get this.
Also, if you're kind of lost on this one and you just have no idea what to pick, the only one that divides evenly is C.
Okay.
All of the other ones come out to uneven numbers.
Right. Which I had an uneven number because I did longhand, which I should just do. I first started going 300 and divided it by 6. Then I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's not right.
No, you would have to, you don't want to take
I want to
the,
give all of my burritos away.
Yeah.
Okay. 10.
I was lost on this one.
Well, see, I picked D because, but nothing is. But if she's giving all of her corn away, or Freedona, right? She's basically giving all of her corn away, and she only will have 10 10 wheats left.
No. So here's the thing. It confuses you because okay. So Freedonia produces and consumes
30. It says 30 units of corn.
Right. But so at
10
the
units of wheat.
It says each nation has 10 workers, and each worker can either produce 6 units of corn or 2 units of wheat. So that's 60 total units of corn for Freedonia, and then 60 total units of wheat for Sylvania. Right?
Hold on. Where's the 2? Am I missing something?
So at the beginning it says, suppose that a worker in
Oh, it's on the other page. Dang
It's on
it.
the other page. Oh.
It's on the first part of the page. If you print
That's
it
why
out.
this question made 0 sense to me.
Yeah. So it
Okay.
tricks you.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they each specialize, then they each produce 60 units of what they're specializing in. So then everybody gets 30 and 30.
30. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense with all of the information.
Yes.
That's so dumb. How did I miss that?
Yeah. Yep. That happened a lot to me printing it out. I'm like, wait, what's happening here? Yeah. Yes.
Man, I worked on this for like an hour,
Oh,
just
I'm
trying different things, just trying to find the right answer, and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. None of these are right. So
Yeah.
funny.
Now we know from the next 14 weeks out. Actually, we're
Right.
down, right? We're 12 weeks
And,
out.
I mean, I got that on every other question. I just don't know how I missed it on this.
Always
I remember reading it, but then when I turn the page, like I'm trying to get my kids ready for school, and it's like, okay, I'm like, okay, I guess it has to be 10 units of corn and 40 units of wheat because they each have 10, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So,
Okay, so A makes sense then.
all right. So for 11, I put C, the rancher will gain from the trade, but the farmer will not.
I did as well.
Me too.
Hold on.
Yeah, I got C on that one also.
Okay.
Mm,
Great.
rancher will gain from the trade. Hold on 1 second. Making sure I'm saving my answers.
Yeah, that's important.
But when I have it half screen, you can't see everything. So, all right. We're on number 12.
12. Yeah.
All right. I put, let's see. Let's see on this one.
I got A.
I got 3. B.
Oh yeah, I have B3.
What did I do wrong?
So the way that I did it is, so if they're each dividing their time equally, then Hosni, or however you say, she produces
5 purse.
4 wallets and 5 purses, and Merv produces 3 wallets and 2 purses. So 5 and 2 is 7. So that's the total number of purses that is produced. And then if you figure out who has a comparative advantage, then Haas has a comparative advantage in purses.
Right.
Then Merv. And so she produces 10 purses if that's all she's producing. So then 10 minus 7 is 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I got to the same thing. If they're doing equal, then we have 7 purses and 7 wallets. But with the comparative advantage, they're making 10 purses and 6 wallets, which is 3 more purses.
3 more purses. So comparative, when you say the comparative advantage, that's when you're adding what each can make, right?
That's when you're figuring out the opportunity cost. So that's like when you figure out the fractions.
Okay.
So like when I figured out the opportunity cost, I figured out that Hosni, one purse cost her 1 1/4 wallet, whereas Merv, one purse cost her 1 1/2 wallets. So it cost Merv more wallets to make one purse.
Mm-hmm.
She should specialize in wallets.
Okay.
Because she's giving up a greater amount of wallets to make one purse.
So
Okay.
when you see the word comparative, you want to think lowest opportunity cost.
Okay. And that's when they'll specialize.
Yes, and that's when they
Right.
specialize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. For 13.
We have the second one, the second option.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do
B.
well.
Yeah,
I
I
had
had
B as well.
B, the tomato. The tomatoes. Okay. 14.
I have A.
I have A.
I have A.
A.
Okay.
So is everybody good on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
on 14. Yeah.
Okay. 15, I said B.
Yeah, I
have
see
B.
to the B.
Yes.
B.
All right. 16. I said B for 16.
I have B.
I couldn't figure this one out.
Okay. Yes, B.
Okay, so for this one, I figured out the opportunity cost that each person had. So for Dina, 1 burrito equals 2 tacos. Whereas for, or I guess 1 taco equals half of a burrito. And then for Arturo, 1 taco equals 3/4 of a burrito. So it's not going to, Arturo's not going to gain from trade if Dina bumps up her opportunity cost to 3/4 of a burrito, because then Arturo can just make that himself. And that's how I figured it out.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
And this goes back to the problem that it worked through when it talked about when the answer doesn't fall between the opportunity cost one. So this is a good one to review the videos on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for that one, what was that one?
The first
3/4
one.
a burrito.
3/4 burrito. So they would have to do what for them to trade? Nothing?
It would have to be the opportunity cost. I mean, the opportunity cost would have to be between Dina's opportunity cost and Arturo's opportunity cost in order for them to be able to benefit.
Which is between 3/4 and 1/2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought this was the hardest question on here, besides the one that I didn't understand because I missed half the question.
Besides the one where half the information was missing.
Right.
All
Okay,
right.
I'm really confident on 17.
Okay.
I said D.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Can have more than Daddy.
Thank you. Okay, number 18
A.
I'll put A.
as well.
I put A.
Hey, okay.
Awesome.
All right, 19.
Okay,
I picked,
this question is on the previous page too.
right.
I said D.
I said D.
I didn't do this one, so.
Okay. So the way I figured it out was if each country specializes, then that means Boatland is making 25 units of fish per year per worker, and farmland is producing 25 units of wheat per year per worker. And there's 30 workers in each country, so you multiply 25 by 30 for both options. So then Boatland has a total of 750 units of fish, and farmland has a total of 750 units of wheat.
Okay.
And Boatland gives 90 units of fish to farmland, so you should subtract 90 from 750, and you're left with 660 units.
You make everything just like seems so, you know, like
You're so good at explaining it.
Maybe she's going to be an economist.
Where my notes are all over the place, and then I'm like, wait, what am I working on?
I really love word problems, so.
I wish I could say the same thing.
All right, so the last one. Let's see. Chile.
I have B.
I said A.
Okay, I had B.
I have B as well. I just went off the videos and made the block charts like he did, and then compared the fractions. And for Colombia,
videos? Oh, okay, yeah,
less than 112.
Okay, yeah. The ones that they like shaded for import and export.
Right. So Colombia gives up less coffee to make soybeans, so they should specialize in the soybeans.
So Colombia makes a half a pound of soybeans for every 1 pound of coffee. Right?
Colombia, so because it goes, you go take it down, right? That's it. You're saying
so they give up. Yeah, they give up 2 coffees to make
2 pounds of coffee to make 1 pound of soybeans.
Right, right, and that is true. But I didn't write down all the way how I got to this.
So, but for Chile gives less than that, right?
So Chile gives up less coffee to make 1 pound of soybeans.
So what is that? They give up
16. I don't have a. Hold on.
divided by. They give 0.75, which is 3/4, I guess, of coffee.
So
it said Colombia should specialize in the production of.
So they give up 1 1/3 pounds of coffee to get 1 pound of soybeans. So their opportunity cost of soybeans is lower. Like they have to give up less coffee to make soybeans, so they should make soybeans, and Colombia should make coffee.
Because they have to give up more.
They have a greater opportunity cost.
Right.
Oh.
I can see that. So because they're only giving up, Chile's giving up 0.75 of a coffee, not even a whole one.
No, they're giving up 1 1/3 pound
0.3.
because they make more coffee than soybeans, but they give up less coffee to make 1 pound of soybeans, whereas Colombia gives up 2 pounds.
Okay, so they give up 1.33.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to decide how I got to B because I have that same thing. I put 1/12 of 16 as 1.33. So they give up 1.33 to make 1 pound of soybeans, and 1/6 of 12 is 2. So they give up 2 coffees to make 1 soybean. So why did I circle B?
Maybe you were tired.
Backwards in your head.
When I get tired, I do crazy things.
Okay, so it's A then?
Yeah, because they would have to give away more coffee. They might as well keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
but see, I thought that this was after I watched. Here's where I got confused because after I watched the video, we're not comparing. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm just confused. I just need to think about this one some more to try to
I
understand.
see the video because the video says, just because you're good at it and you could do it, then that doesn't mean
So
you keep doing it. But this, I think, with what you have, in reality, the country would probably keep with what they have to give away more of in this situation. It might be different if it's like more than one. I think in that video it talked about different things, like a lot of different things that they could import and export at one time.
Okay. All right, so A then. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I totally believe you. I just need to try to wrap my head around it. Okay, I'm good.
Because the video is like, even though this makes sense, sometimes they don't do that. What would make sense? That's why.
that sounds confusing.
My favorite was should Selena Williams mow her own lawn?
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
Okay, I just submitted it and we got 20 out of 20.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
Good job.
I did too.
So, hooray! Great first meeting, everybody.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. And you.
I know. I'm really glad I'm in this group.
Haley and Melissa. Woo woo.
Yeah, you guys are the rock stars.
What do you go by? Fernandez, or is that your last name?
Yeah, Fernandez.
So what's
My
your
name is
first name?
Enrique.
Enrique?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And where are you living at right now?
I'm in Mexico.
Ooh. I need to go there. It's too cold here.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Wait, it's like way early for you then, right? Or I guess you guys don't have daylight savings time, so.
What?
What time is it?
for you?
It's 8 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good time for me.
nice.
Yeah, I think I'm the earliest time. I think.
Yeah.
It's
Six. It just turned 6 for you, right, Laura?
yeah.
Okay.
But this time works out so perfect because now I'll go wake up my kids for school.
Yay!
And yeah, so it works out great.
Perfect.
So how do we submit to our video?
So I'll close the broadcast and then I'll upload it. It's usually to the discussion board. I have to look what.
Yeah, there's a discussion board. So Amy will post the link.
And then I'll put everyone's name usually on it.
And then also she said we're supposed to post a list of who attended below.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll have all of our names. The only person who didn't attend,
I'm just going to write it right now.
let's see.
How do you spell your name, Enrique?
It's ENR
ENR.
IQUE.
Okay.
Okay. The only person who wasn't here is Miguel, and he joined like on Friday or something after Lindsay left the group. So I don't know if he ever received any of the emails because he never responded.
Okay.
But
Well, I will post this, and then if your discussion board has a dot and you like to have all your dots checked, you can go under that link and you can say,
thanks for posting, Amy.
or just like, yay, it's done, or something like that.
Yeah, I like my dots checked.
A lot of people do. The question and answers things. Everybody was just like just checking off a dot.
So, all right, awesome. So next Monday, I guess this is the only time we meet. I'm sorry, I'm not all the way caught up with all my classes and what I'm supposed to do.
Does this time work for everybody for next Monday as well?
It does.
Okay, great. So 6 a.m. Amy, would you mind setting up the meeting again?
Yep, I'll set up the meeting.
Great.
Will you send the link via email too in case it's me
And if
who doesn't get in again?
If I forget, just email me, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a great week.
You too.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, you
You
too.
guys
Bye.
are awesome. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.